The hollow taller is believed to have emerged shortly after the execution of the Weatherhead Hollow, which a woman accused in 1793 of cursing the land that betrayed her. During her hanging, several witnesses reported seeing a tall, dark figure standing in the tree line, one no one recognized. Local folklore claims that as the witch died, she whispered a final curse. Let something taller than any tree shadow watch this land forever. The figure vanished before anyone could approach it. For more than 2 centuries, the region has reported lights in the woods, long silhouettes in impossible places, and a silent figure keeping pace with travelers walking or driving through the hollow.
I wasn't supposed to be on Weatherhead Hollow Road that night. My GPS froze, rerouted, and before I knew it, I was deep in the woods with no signal and only my low beams cutting through the snowfall. I didn't believe in any of the local legends. Not the witch, not the lights, not the thing people whispered about. The tall one, the silent man, the hollow taller. But belief doesn't matter when something steps into your reality. About halfway down the road, the inside of my car went cold. Not normal cold, unnatural cold. Every breath fogged the air. The dashboard lights dimmed. That's when the blue light appeared behind me. Soft, floating, perfectly steady. It didn't bounce like a flashlight. It didn't sway like a lantern. It just hovered there, keeping my speed. I pressed the gas. It followed. I slowed down. It slowed too. My heart hammered so hard I could feel it in my teeth. Then a second blue light slid into view, like it had always been there, hiding behind the first. Between them, the snow parted. And that's when I saw it. A tall, thin figure stepping through the falling snow without disturbing a single flake. Its head hung at a crooked angle, like a doll left in the rain. Its legs moved, but too smoothly, too floaty, like it wasn't walking. I whispered, "Please go away." My hands were shaking on the wheel, but the taller didn't get closer. It didn't fall behind. It simply stayed, matched perfectly. Smile of the void if it even had a face at all. When I reached the small bridge near the end of the road, both blue lights shot upward silently, and the tall figure dissolved like smoke hitting sunlight. The radio came back. My ears popped. The warmth returned instantly. I sat there for 10 minutes, gripping the wheel, unable to breathe. Everyone always asks the same thing. Did it want something from you? I don't know, but I do know this. It could have been anywhere in those woods. It could have stood anywhere on that road. And that night, it chose to stand behind me. The creeping fog man is believed to be the lingering spirit, or the atmospheric echo, of a logger who died during a freak winter storm in the 1880s. According to local folklore, a man named Elias Cobb, a solitary worker at a Weatherhead Hollow logging camp, was last seen walking into the woods during a sudden fog burst. His lantern was found upright in the snow the next morning, still burning, but Elias was never seen again. Stories say his body was never recovered because the fog that day was thick enough to chew, and the search team heard footsteps circling them even when no one was visible. Others claim it wasn't a logging accident at all. Elias supposedly discovered something ancient buried in the ice near the hollow, something that claimed him. His disappearance marked the first recorded night when the fog behaved intelligently.
I don't tell this story often. Even when I do, people think it was just the weather or my imagination or just fog. But fog doesn't follow people. Fog doesn't breathe. Fog doesn't have a shape inside it. What I saw that night in East Dover, Vermont, wasn't natural. and I don't think it ever was. The night it started. I was driving home after a late shift around 1:15 a.m., heading along a narrow road lined with sugar maples. It was early spring, but the air had a bite to it. Fog forms a lot in that area. Low pockets, little wisps rolling over the fields. Normal stuff. But as I reached the bend near the old sawmill, the fog got thick fast. Not gradual, not creeping in slowly from the trees. It was suddenly there, swallowing the road like a curtain dropping over a stage. My headlights couldn't cut 5 feet ahead. Everything was white, swirling, alive. My stomach tightened. Then something darker moved in the fog. The shape. At first it looked like a shadow, tall enough to be human but too thin, too stretched. It slid through the fog like smoke, except the fog bent around it, giving it shape. I slowed the car to a crawl. The figure drifted along the tree line, pacing me. No footsteps, no noise. Just that long, stretched silhouette sliding beside me. Every instinct told me to speed up, but the road was slick, visibility 0, and something about that thing felt like speed wouldn't matter. The fog pulsed. Yes, pulsed, like it exhaled. That's when I realized the shadow had a face, not features, not eyes, but a void darker than the darkness around it, a hole shaped like a head, and it was looking at me. When the fog entered the car, I don't know how this happened. I keep replaying it, trying to make sense of it. The fog seeped inside. At first through the vents, thin strands like pale fingers. Then thicker waves rolling in from the floorboards. The air got cold enough that my breath came out in clouds. But the creepy part? The fog wasn't drifting randomly. It was moving with purpose. Toward me. My chest tightened like someone was pressing down on it. My ears started ringing. The steering wheel vibrated under my hands, and then I heard it. A slow inhale. Not mine, not human. Coming from the back seat. The creeping fog man approaches. I didn't want to look in the mirror. I knew I shouldn't. But my eyes moved anyway. The fog in the back seat was thick, swirling, and a shape began forming in it. Shoulders, a long neck, a stretched head with that same empty, dark void where a face should be. It leaned forward. Fog rolled off its body in strands, spilling onto the seats. Its hand formed next. Long fingers, dripping fog, reaching toward my shoulder. That's when I screamed and stomped the gas pedal. The tires skidded but caught, and the car lunged forward. The fog man stayed behind for a second, stretched thin, like elastic, before snapping back into shape and melting into the whiteout outside the car. I escaped. I don't remember the next few seconds. My brain kind of shut down. I only remember the fog thinning all at once, like stepping out of a cold bath. When it finally cleared, the road was empty, silent, black. The fog man was gone, but the smell remained. A damp, earthy rot, like wet leaves decaying. I never drive that road at night anymore, and I never ignore fog warnings, because sometimes the fog isn't just fog. Sometimes something in it is looking back,